Hi guys and welcome to the fourth episode of this Girona Director of Football gameplay series. Last episode you saw us end our second season with Girona. This episode we will jump into the third season. Before we start, I want to ask you, please leave a like and subscribe down below if you want to see more. And also if you want to know how I make all the signings, go check out the link in the description. I have a video there how I make all the signings based on Excel and data. And there's also a link there in which you can also set up your game so you can play as a director of football. Without further ado, let's jump into the video and let's show you how we've been doing. And I'm going to tell you we're doing pretty well. We've just won 3 of our first 4 games, losing against Real Madrid and also qualifying for the Europa Conference League. So we're currently going to be playing in there. We're going to play against Vikingur, Servette, Kervadas, Antwerp, Aberdeen and AGF. And I think AGF is Swedish, no Danish. Vikingur, I didn't even know they're Icelandic, and Servette is Swiss, of course. So not too great opponents in the Europa Conference League there. So that should be all fine. But the thing, what you're probably here for, is the transfers, and let me just show you what we've been doing. So I first need to start with what we did last season, at the end of last season, because a lot of signings have come in that way. So Fabio Mateus I've bought from Sporting in Brazil, very well-rounded player. I was gonna loan him out, unfortunately didn't loan out, so we don't really have a place for him anymore. So I'm hoping that I can still loan him out to someone else. Then our biggest signing ever, Juan Miranda. He was previously at Barcelona, the youth product. Then he went on a loan on to Schalke, and then he went on a free to Real Betis, and we picked him up for 70 million. And if you look at this guy, you understand why. Great physicals, great mentals, great technicals, just a well-rounded, very well-rounded player who's going to be a leader in our squad for a long time. On 60k a week, so quite expensive, but he's going to be here and he's going to be here to stay for the next 5 years. Going to be definitely the starting left back. Then also we bought in Tahukiro Nakai. I've bought this guy before in my saves and look at these stats. Like physically not the best, mentally still lacking in aggression and bravery maybe, but 16 dribbling, 16 first touch, 16 passing and 16 technique is just insane for a player like that. I think he's going to really set the league on fire. He already has 4 appearances with 1 assist and 7.05 rating, so I'm really expecting big things from this guy. Then I had to find a replacement for Danny Blind, who left, so that I came out for David Zima, a center back who is okay. 1.4 million only paid for him, so really happy with that signing. Then also bought in Liam Scales. Liam Scales is an Irish individual who's just going to be a backup ball-playing defender for us because we also lost our backup ball-playing defender. And then Marko Ivicic I brought in, and I will tell you why we brought him in. That is because Maloney actually left at the end of last season. Real San Sebastian, they triggered his release clause. So as you can see here, 9 million he left. Real San Sebastian, Maloney was a real leader for us. Like played every game, was really playing well. But unfortunately he left. Then also Alex Garcia, he left already. He was already being sold to us. We had a mandatory fee with Wolves, so they had to buy him for 70 mil. So that's very nice to see. Then also Alexander Collins, our backup ball-playing defender, he left for VDG in the Brazil league. He wasn't really playing a lot, just some substitute appearances. So happy to see him go. Also loaned out a lot of players, and Idris Baba, who we bought him for 2.1 million and only played a couple of games. We sold on for 500k because we didn't really need him and he was a bit too much. Then also Daily Blind left on a free, as same as Juan Arango, who was a youngster. I don't really care about those too much. Arno Otis, who was also a backup, and other backups, which aren't very noteworthy, also got sold. And that means that we're now in the 25-26 season. In that season, we also sold a couple more players. Jesse Lingard left for 250k on deadline day, bought him in for free, played a couple of games, not that many, mostly as substitutes, and then left to Atletico Pamplona, where he's going to be a starter, I do think. And then Gerson Mendes, who we brought in on a free. Unfortunately, didn't really, it was my mistake. I didn't really take into account that you could only have 3 foreign players. He wasn't good enough to be one of them. So I sold him on for 100k, just a little bit of profit. And then Ivan Martin, who wanted to leave, who expressed the desire to leave, we bought him in for 2 million. I didn't do that. I think the game did that, and then sold him on for 4 million. So okay that he's gone. He was a starter for us, but he just didn't want to sign anymore. So that's why he left. And in replacement, we brought in Franco for him. So Franco is in 16 natural fitness, 16 stamina, just a beast on that midfield. Hopefully he can fill in the gaps, the defensive and attacking gaps in that position. And then I think one of the best signings, value for money, Jesus Hernandez. Look at this guy, the best stats for just an attacker. Mentally okay, physically well-rounded, and technically he's, I think, also just average. So he's a 3.5 star. He could have the potential to become 4.5 stars. One of our non-European rules we have spent on him. So he has come in on a free or on a fee of 6.5 mil, and he's going to set the world on fire. I'm just going to show you 3 games, 2 goals, 1 assist, 7.03 rating. So doing very well for ourselves. Other than that, nothing really to mention. We have bought our stadium, which you can see right here. So the 15,000 all-seater we now own, which is great, which means that all the income we get from that goes into our pocket, which means it will really help our finances a lot. It doesn't show it here, but we could go to income and then check for last month. And then last month you see here, gate receipts, we're certainly getting 727 thousand, while last season we got 1.1 million. So last season we got 3 million, so we're already like on 1/5 there. So we're really gonna earn back buying back our stadium. As you can see here, with the wages, we did go out and upgrade our wages a little bit. We're now playing European football, so we should be allowed to. And for debts, we're 10 million in debt because we bought our stadium, but that's not something to worry about. Anyway, I will sim through to the January transfer window, show you how we've been doing, then sim through, show you what kind of signings we made in January, show you the youth intake, and at the end of the episode I will show you how we did in this 3rd season with Girona. Anyway, stay tuned and I will see you in a little bit. Hi guys, here we are, January transfer window, and the run has been very mixed. As you can see, a tie where we shouldn't have tied, a loss against Barcelona, then a 3-0 random victory, while also after that losing 2-1 against Valladolid, then a random tie against Madrid, and a loss against Cadiz, a loss against Sevilla, which is a bit harsh, and a loss against Mallorca, while also winning on the road at Almeria. I really don't understand um, all of these results, but hey, we're not doing that bad. We're in 8th position right now, and we're very close to the 4th position. We were actually one time we were in 4th. So that's very interesting. It's very close because it's 4 points ahead, and we're in 5th, and 4 points down, and we're suddenly in 12th. So we really should pick it up this next couple of seasons. But of course, we're now also playing in the Conference League with Chelsea also being there. We're placed 16th, so that means that we're going to be placed in the first round, and we'll face any of these teams. So I think we should be able to take them. But of course, you never really know. Well, anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. As for the transfer budget, I don't quite know what happened, but we suddenly have 17 million to spend. So I don't know why we've been given that, but I know that we are definitely going to try to spend some of that. So I will be back at the end of the January transfer window and show you what kind of business we have done. Here we are, the end of the January transfer window. And before I show you the transfers that we made, let me show you one little thing here. Our assistant manager. We have sacked our previous assistant manager, and now Brian Kloeg is our new assistant manager who's going to function as the manager. And look at this guy's stats. Preferred formation 4-4-2, which is the same as previous guy, Knudsen, but now we have 15 tactical knowledge, 16 motivating, and 15 people management with 17 player ability, judging player ability and potential, which is great. He hasn't played a game for us yet. I think I say that, but I think he was already leading our game against Espanyol, which we won 1-3. So very nice victory there. And let me show you what kind of transfers we made. So if we go to transfer history and go ahead and look right here, we did sell a couple of players. First noteworthy sale was Yangol Herrera, who left after a couple seasons, wasn't really playing a lot last season, and is sold for 8.7 million. So very nice to get some money in for him. Then Fabio Mateus, who we bought in for 2.2 mil. He didn't really play a lot for us. Our manager didn't really select him, so we sold him on for 5 million. Made a nice little 3 million profit on him there. And then Marko Ivicic, who we brought in as replacement for Maloney, didn't really get to play a lot, only 2 games, which I think both of them as a substitute. So decided to loan him out with an option for Malaga or Granada to buy him for 2.2 million. We'll see if they take that. And also a very important sale here. I think I'm not sure if I can find it somewhere, because it should be somewhere right here. Oh, yeah, right here it is. Miguel Guterres went for 19.5 mil. Let me see if I can also find it like that. Yeah, here he went. One thing, Deobo Mutiba, who we brought in on a free, left for 4 million to go to Al Weda. So nice little cashing in on him. Didn't really get to play a lot last season or this season. Only 3 goals and 13 appearances. And then the big sale, Miguel Gutierrez, our starting left back, he left to join Juventus. Was playing really well for us and was playing a lot, but had that 19.5 mil release clause in his contract, so we had to let him go. He's now at Juventus, where he's earning a lot more. And that meant for us we had to go into the transfer market and buy a replacement. And buying a replacement we did. Firstly, we brought in Patrick Dogu, who is a wonder kid. For me, it doesn't say so, but he's a 3.5 star potential with still potential to go big. Star player, 50k a week, expensive contract, but expecting a lot from him. Can also play as the winger position, so really looking forward to what he can bring. What I will do with him is I will go ahead and put him to train on the wing back, take control over this player's um, individual training. That's all right. And then the last signing that we did, or one other signing that we bring in, Adriano Oyebule. It's a wonder kid, 3 stars already, could become a very good bottom in for 9.5, and just take a look at these stats. Great physicals, like a physical beast, 186 centimeters, and great physicals or great mentals wherever you need it. Great technicals, could even become better. So I hope he gets a lot of playtime under our new coach or under our new manager, and hope he develops very nicely so we can sell him on for a profit. And then last but not least, we expanded our salary cap for this player, 110k a week, and we paid 11.5 million for him. Destiny Udogi, previously from Tottenham Hotspur, but he's now into our team, and we are also going to see if he would want to um, play as an inverted winger on the right, see if we can play him there, because he's looking very nicely. Of course, good mentals, great technicals, and great physicals. Just a perfect player to have in this team. Really looking forward how we will do. Let's take a look how we did in January. Last but not least, we won 3 of our 4 games. We are actually through to the Spanish Cup quarterfinal where we're playing Levante, so very much looking forward to that. We lost against Madrid and we tied against Atletico, which means we're currently in 7th, so still on the same pace as last season. However, if we look how close it is, if we lose 1 game, we could suddenly be 10th, and if we just win 2 games, we're in 4th. So let's just hope that we can keep this flow going that we have been going on right now with this new manager. I will be back with you when we have the youth intake. It's going to be another excellent intake with some great youth prospects. I will be back in a couple of seconds with that. The youth intake. I've already taken a look. Be surprised, be very surprised at what kind of youth prospects we got here. Look at all these ratings. This is like the definition of an excellent intake. Let me just take you through them real quick. First things first, Narcissus, a goalkeeper with 17 determination, great stats, fairly determined. He's probably gonna get very far. Very happy with him. Then secondly, I think the best of the bunch. Look at this guy with his 14 balance, driven personality, great mentals, and okay physicals already. Could just almost, I'm just saying something here. If he just increases his physicals, he's a starter for our team right now. Really looking forward to seeing what he can become. Then Jorge Cano, also turf determination. Look at all these mentals and the okay physicals already. These guys are looking the real deal. Also, Nanuel Dennis, 12 determination, 12 first touch, 13 passing, and 14 technique with great physicals already balanced. Personality could also turn out to be a real star. Then Eloy with 11 determination, 14 flash, 16 teamwork, 13 work rate, and great physicals already. A fairly loyal striker. Then also Javi Puzo with 10 determination, fickle personality. I brought him in just because he has great potential. That's why I really wanted him in. And then we also have Eloy Volgas, who could turn out to be okay. Raymond, driven personality once again, 18. Oh no, wait, that's the different one. Jan Albrecht, also light-hearted, 14 determination, also looking pretty good. Jan Cherta, driven personality once again, 19 determination on that guy. Really looking forward to what he can become. Then a couple of guys who we didn't really offer a contract to because most of them were unambitious or had a very low determination, as you can see right here. 10 determination, professional, not really interested in that. Or let's see, I meant here balanced, 8 determination, that's not it. And then also brought in Robert, who had 14 determination. So all in all, a very good youth intake. These guys might really start to play a part in a couple of episodes when we are a bit of seasons further. I'm not going to show you where we are currently in the league. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm going to tell you it's very close. So I will just sim forward a couple more months until we are done with the competition. It should be only, I think, one more month and 2 more months, and then we should be done. And I will show you how we did in this third season with Girona. Hello guys, here we are at the end of season review of the 25-26 season. This is our third season in charge. Let me just run through with you how we did this season. First things first, we go to the new arrivals, and of course the best arrival, Jesus Hernandez, 21 goals and 13 assists. That's great stats for him, 48 appearances, so doing pretty well. Also Angus Gunn, only 2 appearances but a 7 overall rating is very nice. Udogi, 11.5 million for him, 18 apps, 6.9 is not bad. Then Franco, 2.5 mil only, but 36 apps with 3 goals and 3 assists. And also Juan Miranda, our record signing with 40 apps. Appearances, 12 goals, 5 assists, just wonderful things from him. Then also the other joinings. Also did pretty well. Dogu, 9 apps, 13 appearances as substitutes, 2 goals, 1 assist, doing pretty well. Hopefully also improving a lot. And then right here we have Adriano Uyabula, who we think are going to loan out, because if he doesn't play a lot, then we don't really want to keep him around because he needs to develop. Anyway, at the end of this season, we finished in 7th. So once again, that 7th position, but look how close it is. We have just managed to finish in 7th, but we're really climbing ourselves up in that mid-table. Fortunately, we cannot decide which tactic we're using, so that's a bit of a shame. But in the 7th position is not bad. We got 5 more points, I think, than last year, because last year we had 54 points, so 5 points more. So every season it seems like we are improving and improving, so that's very good. The home attendance is pretty low here, so really looking to see if we can up that somehow, some way, maybe with a new record signing. For the Conference League, we did pretty okay. We beat out Antwerp, who we lost against in the group stage, but then Ghent took us out with a 2-2 and a 2-0 win. Then also the Spanish Cup, knocked out by Levante in the quarterfinal. I think the quarterfinal is the furthest we've ever gotten, so pretty happy with how we did. The board is also happy with how we did. So let's go ahead and go to the moments to remember. Of course, the 8-0 victory against the Icelandic side Vikener. And the match to remember, 2-3 win over Almeria. 2-3 win over Almeria is something that it shouldn't be a match to remember. We should just win that straight on. Anyway, let's go to the finances. We have gotten 1 million more in sponsorships this year. A lot more in corporate and hospitality, which is mainly due to us buying the stadium. So currently we're earning 750k more. It's not that much, but it's something. The competition prize money is at 5.5 mil, but this is going to be upping a lot more, I do think, because we should be getting a lot more money from the Conference League. Anyway, for shirt sales, you see 1 million with 6,000 shirts sold. I think this kind of stays the same. So looking pretty good. We're making steps forward, not big steps, but as you can say, as I said, as a director of football, you can't really do a lot of things with your team. You just have the manager, let the manager play. So here you can see how our team did. So Miranda and Skills, if we click on them, they've all really been played in that ball playing defender spot. That's where they played the most. So that's where you usually get the ratings from. So if we're looking at this, what we do need is a central midfielders, a right back, or maybe a right winger and a central defender. That's what we're looking for here. I think for the rest we're pretty okay with the striker partnership. I'm very happy. We just need to see if we can improve our defense. Maybe right back position is also okay, but defense, midfield, and right midfield positions. Then over to the accolades. Most goals by a player of the season, Jesus Hernandez. Most goals by a player in a league match, Jesus Hernandez. Most players of the match awards in the season, 6 from who else than Jesus Hernandez. So looking very good there. Sergio became our youngest top scorer, which is also nice to see. And Alan Velasco has gotten the most assists former player in the season, which is 18. And Velasco, let me tell you, we brought him in for 6.5k. He's now worth 24 to 26 million. So looking very good. Had his best season so far for us. So looking very interesting to maybe sell on. Let's go to history in the making. Let's see if we did anything special this year. So we did have the record sale of Miguel Guterres. Brian Klug took over as assistant manager, but of course we all know that he is our actual manager. And of course, Dennis Joda signed on the dotted line for Unskilled. And those are some youngsters, some very promising youngsters, as you already saw in the previous clip. Anyway, that's it. What we also see here is that we have, of course, the season review, but also we have these highlights. So for some reason, we've lost some social media followers. I have no idea why that actually happened because we're now playing in Europe, but looking very interesting why that is. As our club vision, we will accept this again. Record first division top half finish. Well, we're already doing that, so they shouldn't be asking for too much. I have nothing else to say here. Girona training camp will go to the Netherlands. And then last things what I wanted to show you is our finances. We're currently 27 million in debt, and that's mainly because of the high wages that we currently have. Salary commitments are very high, so I might be looking to ship some players off, to sell some players and bring some others in, because this is the transfer budget that we can work with this season. Only 3.88 mil, so that's not a lot, but we'll see what we can do with it. This is going to be the end of this season. Next season, we're going to try to take on the Spanish First Division and hope for maybe a spot in the top 4. It's going to be hard, but we're only 8 points off. So if we just have a little bit of a better season, then we should be able to make it. As well as I'm just going to show you where they expect us to be placed in the 10th position. So we once again did better than was expected and expected of us. And as you can see right here, we got promoted for first season, then 10th, then 10th, now 7th, and then next season also 7th. So doing pretty good for ourselves, just going on that upward trend slowly but surely. We're making the squad better and better. Anyway, for now, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like. They help me out a lot. And subscribe down below. This series will be uploaded every Tuesday and Friday. So stay tuned for that. If you want any of the links of how you can set up your game as a director of football, click the link down below. And you can also see the link where I explain how you can make signings with Excel. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and see you in the next episode.